Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I took a Harbor Freight tire changer and adapted it to an old Coates tire changer and some of the parts that I made for it and what I had to go through to figure it out. So first off, you probably know the Harbor Freight tire changer kind of looks like this. This is what I have left of it, and I bought actually two of those. And down below here you can see, here's the old Coates tire changer. And the problem with the old Coates tire changer was it wouldn't fit some of my rims. And I have a 1985 Olds Cutlass, you've probably seen the other videos, and I couldn't put a mag rim on the old tire changer. It didn't fit right it was too difficult. So what I did was, I found out the Harbor Freight one has a smaller shaft and it can fit. So this is what these are some of the parts, and then I'll take the camera off the stand and I'll walk around it and show you more detail. So as you can tell, this is the Harbor Freight spindle, right? And this here is the end cap that has a thread in it. And I added this piece here. This piece here came off of a satellite dish. I added that piece on there. And then I bought another one of these off of Northern Tool and Equipment. They actually had a better tire changer. It was heavier duty, but they don't make it anymore. But some of the parts were available. So I bought one of these and I cut it down and I added pieces of pipe inside of here to adapt it so it fit. And actually I didn't weld anything. It's all JB weld I used. And then this is the old piece that would fit down over the Coates tire changer. Actually fits the same one as the Harbor Freight, so I was able to use that. This I got off of Northern Tool. This is a heavier duty one with the tires in place, and I had to add pipes and stuff inside of here. I JB welded everything so it would fit this one. And here's some more adapters I have. And this is another adapter that I have that came off of a tire balancer. It just so happens it fits. And these pieces of wood here, in case some rims, the way they sit on here, I have to raise them up. So these are just blocks of wood with bolts in them, and I can put them in these holes here and over here. Running out of space. Depending on the rim I'm using, it'll raise the rim up. Okay, so I'll take these out of here, get some more space to show you a little bit more here. This one here, if you look closely, you'll realize this is the back of an engine stand. And I took an old rim, aluminum rim, and I cut it out. And I attached it here so it wouldn't scratch my rims, and I use this for 16-inch Chevy truck rims. This is another adapter I made that fits on there. And I like the slots because I'll show you how that works now. That lines up. And on the old Coates machine, they had a pin that would pop up inside the lug hole to hold it in place. Instead, I put some shims inside of that, and I just use a heavy bolt. I drop it inside there so the rim won't spin. So I'll move this out of the way. We don't need this. There's different adapters that I have. I don't need any of these adapters. I don't need this adapter. And we don't need this one. I'll grab my Oldsmobile rim. You can see old mag style, and this hole's real small, but it fits right over it. We don't need this one either. I'll put this aside. So if you can imagine it when I'm using it. Locks down. I have this one too for Oldsmobile rims. Maybe that's used for the shorter one, I think. Yeah, either one, it doesn't matter. And then I have a wrench that I put inside of here to tighten it. And like I said, should have lined it up first. This bolt will go through the lug hole and it'll line up with the spot that holds the ring in place. And then once it's tightened down, it won't spin. Okay, now I'll take the camera off and I'll show you around it and I'll show you what I did. Okay, here we go. So down below, you can see that's an old Coates, right? And I took all the mechanisms off of it. This still moves around. The reason I got this cam strap on here is because sometimes I have some very stubborn rims, truck rims, and I take this strap and I go over top of it and I strap the rim in place. It helps hold it. And you can see the modifications I did down here. That's where that pin used to come up and it was spring loaded to hold the rim in place. I used some clamps. I painted everything. I took all the extra stuff off I didn't need. It's got a really nice base. And you remember the Harbor Freight one is just real chintzy. And then I had something aluminum, big piece of aluminum. I attached that to the round Coates base because that base was too small. I never liked it because you're working on stuff you can't lay your tools here. I'll loosen this. I'll take the pin out. I'll put it in the hole here so it's steady so I don't lose it. Take the rim off. And I'll show you what I did here. This is aluminum plate that I added. And here is the original base. And then I notched it. And I bolted it. And I put some spacers in here. And then these pieces came off of the tripod, or the legs, the feet, off of the Harbor Freight base, and I drilled it through to make it stand up higher. So I made this to mimic within, I don't know, a 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch of the old Coates machine. So I used the Coates measurements. And that's what I did then. And this is just a piece of plastic to, if I'm working with aluminum rims, I don't want to scratch it, so I put this piece of plastic on here. That came off an old mud flap. Okay, everything I notched and made and drilled, as you can see. Okay, I'll show you some of the tools. I'll put the camera back on the stand. Here's some of the tools that I use. I like this one. This has Pittsburgh tire iron. Make sure if you buy it, like I said in the other video, they make different qualities. I think they come from different vendors. This one in particular is really nice and stiff. Some of them bend easily, so you'll be able to tell when you're at the store. It's a 24-inch general purpose tire iron. Pittsburgh. You probably recognize this. This came from the Harbor Freight, used to put on tires and take off tires. You'll see a video that he said, oh, he used it so much he abused it. Well, if he was a little bit smarter, he would have cut it open and stuck a steel rod in there. And then JB welded shut or welded back shut, and that way it won't break, it won't bend. It'll be heavier, but it stays in shape. Do that the first time. And then, these I got off of Walmart. These are really nice. This is for putting tires back on. If they're a little stiff, a little hard to get on, you clamp these down to the rim. I can show you here. You clamp on the rim like that, and like over here, and you hold the tire in place as you're slipping it on there with this tool. I use these a lot. They're very nice. They're inexpensive. I think they're like less than 20 bucks for 2, with shipping even. I got them off Walmart. All right, in another video I'll show you how I made an adapter, and I took the motorcycle Harbor Freight tire changer and I adapted it so it'll fit on here, and I also bought the small tire changer from Harbor Freight and I put them together so I can change lawnmower tires, so that'll fit on here. I'll be in another video. All right, please subscribe if you liked what I produced, and talk to you later.